2,000 years ago, the East and the West exchanged civilization along the Silk Road. The train travels the road. Where once people had to travel on foot, the 21st century Iron Silk Road. Railroads are not just for freight transportation.
那么丝绸之路和平发展共同进步的一条通道。
But in the past, railroads fell into the hands of the greed of imperialism. Invasion, war, and life-threatening fight. The evidence of struggles remains to these days. Korea and China fought together in the past. Wars broke out near railroads, but it was also near railroads where people made actions to defend their country. China, which has shown great growth since the 1970s. In particular, Shanghai became the largest city in China. Lu Xun Park in northeast Shanghai. Locals love this park. It is a large-scale green park located in the middle of the city. People are enjoying their personal time. On one side of the park, people are gathered in a circle. Regardless of age or gender, people are singing and playing instruments together. The hot summer weather did not stop them from singing in the park.
他们都是下午5点钟走，那些艺术家都出来了。这个歌我也唱得蛮好的，我唱的跟那两样的，我是拿这个话筒唱的。
The conductor is choosing the next song. People are solemnly singing with powerful energy. The song is the military anthem of the People's Liberation Army. It's normally used in military parades or national events. No one is reading the lyrics. Everyone knows the song by heart.
We 我们从小就学了，这个歌出来就脍炙人口，就大家就很喜欢，很鼓舞士气的，很表达我们中国人民解放军的伟大，我们中国人民解放军的正义，我们中国人民解放军的战斗力。就是我们唱这个歌的时候，我们都感到很鼓舞，很振奋。
您对这个就是人民解放军军歌的作曲家了解吗？
不太了解，但是他肯定是一个爱国爱人民的，肯定是个部队的作曲家，这个是我觉得应该是这样的。
知道。
他就是做的曲，
他做的曲子是我们中国人民解放军军歌的曲子是他做的，郑立成是个朝鲜人，我们很钦佩这个人。这个是也从党史上读到过这个人啊，读到过这个人的话，然后在抗大纪念馆的时候我们参观过以后，知道他是朝鲜人。
The composer of the military anthem is surprisingly Korean Jeong Yul-seong. He is the legend of Chinese revolutionary songs and the top 3 musicians in China.
我父亲的作品很多，题材也很广阔，他那个曲式也很多。再有一个呢，就是他作为一个作曲家，他是始终扎根在民间。就是他到中国来以后。 他为什么他经常出去？就作为一个作家，他是要经常下去的，经常采风，采集各少数民族各个地区的民歌， 或者就是那些风土人情。
Jeong Yul-seong, who lived in Gwangju, Korea, went to China in 1933. It was the time when Korea was under Japanese rule. Many young Koreans went overseas to escape from Japan's suppression and to start independence movements. And Jeong Yul-seong was one of them.
也知道他你看从韩国到中国来抗日战争，或者后来到太行山跟那个也是义勇军、朝鲜义勇军也跟日本打仗。
중국은 한반도에 바로 인접해 있잖아요. 압록강하고 두만강만 넘어가면 중국 땅이라는 거죠. 우리하고 인접해 있기 때문에 독립운동 세력의 접근성이라는 면에서 가장 좋은 위치에 있는 해외 지역 독립운동 기반이 있는 곳이고요. 또 다른 측면에서 보면 중국이라는 곳 자체가 크고 있는 덩치나 국제적 위상으로 봐서 중국에서의 정세의 변화가 독립운동에게 내지는 우리의 독립 문제에 직접적인 영향을 미칠 수 있다는 부분을 당시 독립운동가들은 다 알고 있었습니다.
Japan also invaded China. It was the biggest Asian war in the 20th century, where more than 20 million people died. Back then, China was in political chaos. Yan'an was the destination where Communist Party of China arrived after walking 9,600 kilometers. The trace of the past remains here. This is the place where Mao Zedong expanded the power of the Communist Party of China, commanded the fight against Japan, and established the provisional government of the Republic of China.
延安呢是举世闻名的中国革命圣地，在中国共产党的历史上，在中国革命的历史上，在中华民族崛起的历史上，它是一个重点，一个亮点。他们就是到这里来寻找民族的希望。 民族的出路。
People headed to Yan'an to fight Japan. Some Koreans joined them. The Korean Volunteer Army in Hanko, Hubei Province, provided logistics support. But later, Korean soldiers came to Yan'an to fight in the war. They also worked with the Communist Party of China and participated in the Second Sino-Japanese War.
조선영대 대원들 사이에서는 일본이 침략하는 현장으로 우리가 가야 되는 거 아니냐. 이렇게 의견을 제시하는 젊은이들이 나타났고 그러면 우리가 가자. 그런데 조선영대가 애초에 있었던 것보다는 북쪽에 있으니까 우리 북쪽으로 이동하자라는 거거든요. 그래서 당시의 슬로건이 북상항일입니다. 가서 실제 전투를 합니다. 베이징 북쪽 지역에서.
这其实当时朝鲜义勇军啊，他就是有些人就直接参战啊，做了，因为他们日语都很好啊。再一个就是他们就是所以做一些在当时其他人不能做的工作，他们就能做啊。当然作战的话，因为他们已经亡国了，所以好像为了对日本人好像有那仇恨一样，所以作战相对也是比较勇敢的啊。
About 8,000 soldiers of the Korean Volunteer Army worked with the Communist Party of China.
当时的韩国的义勇军，包括朝鲜这个军政学校，那么这些可以说这些人呢和我们是并肩作战。
Lojiaping is a country town located 4 kilometers from Yan'an. There's a small market in front of the town gate. This is the place where the Korean Volunteer Army stayed. This is a monumental stone showing the history.
麻烦你问一下，这边是不是有一个就是以前就抗日的时候就朝鲜义勇军的一个住处？
朝鲜族，是不是？朝鲜族的住在住过。
They lived on a mountain behind the town, but even after a long walk, there were no signs of them.
那底下不有那个朝鲜军政学校的一个遗址吗？学校。对，军政学校。
里面了，这地方就在里面了，8点要走。
哎呀，过了超累了， 就朝来看了。
Surprisingly, many people remembered. A cave house where the Korean volunteer army lived. Yaodong means house caves, a traditional house in Yan'an. The dry Loess Plateau terrain makes it easy to dig caves. Poor Korean volunteer army cultivated the wasteland and grew crops for food. They made bricks to build military schools and built spinning wheels to make clothes. The Korean volunteer army sacrificed their lives to get their country back. Among them was Jeong Yul-seong, one of the 3 famous revolutionary musicians in China. While spending his time here, Jeong Yul-seong wrote Yan'an Song, a Chinese version of Arirang, and March of the 8th Route Army, which is now the military anthem of the People's Liberation Army. Korea and China united for peace.
那个中韩关系啊，我觉得就是说从历史上来讲啊，不说远了，我就说抗日战争时间是并肩战斗的。你像就我知道的话，朝鲜义勇军和八路军并肩战斗，对吧？朝鲜烈士们的鲜血流在中国，就那时候是为了抗击那个日本侵略者嘛，所以那个时候就这个两国的关系就应该是鲜血凝成的，就是中韩两国人民的友谊。
Koreans in China engaged in armed struggles in northeast China, served in the Korean Volunteer Army in Yan'an, and established the provisional government in Shanghai and Chongqing. Shanghai is the center of the Chinese economy, with its biggest port in the world. 100 years ago, the Provisional Government of the Republic of Korea was officially founded in Shanghai. Luckily, the place is well preserved. This is a must-visit place for Korean tourists in Shanghai.
이런 역사적인 장소에 오니까 되게 감격스럽고 감동적인 느낌이 있는 것 같아요.
이분들이 있었기에 저희가 있었다는 생각에 좋은 경험이었어요.
100 years ago, Shanghai was a concession to world powers, including Britain and France. It was an international port city where the economy and commerce developed. That is the reason why the provincial government of the Republic of Korea was founded in Shanghai. It was easy to gain information, and the spirit of revolution was in the air. Activist Shin Gyu-sik led the foundation of the provisional government of the Republic of Korea.
신규식이라는 사람은 1910년대에서 임시정부가 성립된 직후까지의 역사를 이해할 때 빼놓을 수 없는 사람이다. 우선은 1911년 손문이 주도하는 신혁명에 한국인으로서는 거의 유일하게 신혁명에 직접 참여를 하세요. 이렇게 돈독했던 두 분의 관계는 1921년 임시정부가 중화민국 정부로부터 승인을 받고자 할 때 신기식과 손문의 개인적인 네트워크가 굉장히 큰 역할을 했다.
Sun Won was the reason why Shin Gyu-sik came to Shanghai. We visited the house where activist Shin lived 100 years ago. The house is located in the old French concession. Activist Shin participated in the independence movement while living in this bedroom on the 2nd floor. His house is famous among the locals.
这里是老渔阳里105号，以前那个申贵子先生啊，就住在这里，住在这个房间，对，这里。那我们陈独秀先生呢，就住在这里，老渔阳里2号，就是这里，陈独秀先生住在这里，对。
Chen Du-shu was the founder of the Chinese Communist Party and was a revolutionary socialist. Shin Gyu-sik and Chen Du-shu were neighbors. The relationship between Xingyushig and Chinese revolutionaries was helpful both to Korea and China.
천뚜수는 당시에 중국에서 1915년경부터 일어나는 신문화 운동의 지적인 리더, 정신적 지주의 역할을 하신 분이거든요. 신규식 선생님이 갖고 있는 중요한 장점 중에 하나는 이른바 혁명파 멤버들과 꾸준히 신뢰관계를 유지해서 그 신뢰관계가 곧 우리 독립운동의 국제외교의 역량을 키우는 데 큰 역할을 하는 방향이거든요.
Despite their effort, the provisional government had to move from city to city because of Japan's oppression, as it expanded its power to Manchuria and finally settled in Chongqing in 1940. Then there was an incident that raised the reputation of the provisional government. It was also a turning point for Korea and China fighting against Japan. To celebrate Japan's victory in the Battle of Shanghai in January 1932, Japan was preparing a celebration ceremony. More than 30,000 Japanese gathered to celebrate the victory and Emperor Hirohito's birthday on April 29th. The bomb exploded on the stage. 7 Japanese commanders in Shanghai were killed. The person who threw the bomb was Yoon Bong-gil, a 24-year-old Korean.
他们就是没有国家了，对不对？所以我们中国人说起来，他是英雄，对不对？
对我们讲起来，他也是个爱国人士，也是为民族争气，为民族争光。但是在中国跟朝鲜两国人民团结抗日，起了一个很辛苦的作用。
The aftermath was incredible. Korean and Chinese people had a dispute because of the Wanpao-shan incident caused by Japan's scheme, but that conflict was gone. Also, an anti-Japanese united front was formed. We went to the library in the anti-Japanese War Memorial Hall to search records. The patriotic death of activist Yoon Bong-gil showed the Korean people's desire for independence to China.
大家可以看到，这个1942年3月19号的咱们的《新华日报》的上面，就有重庆韩人举行纪念3.1大会，要求承认韩国临时政府的报道。
The Korean Liberation Army General Headquarters. The Korean Liberation Army was the armed force of the Provisional Government of Korea. It was established in 1940 in Chongqing. The patriotic death of activist Yoon Bong-gil created a friendly relationship between Korea and China. China provided its utmost support when the Provisional Government of Korea established its army. A memorial stone of the 2nd Unit of the Korean Liberation Army in Xi'an.
韩国光复军第2支队驻扎地就是他在这儿。看之后觉得这个地方确实以前是，中国作为一个抗日战争一个主战场，当然不只是中国人在这儿，搞这个抗日的一个工作，包括咱们韩国人，世界各地的都在做这个反法西斯的斗争，所以说，这个世界和平来之不易，我们今天的生活也是前人的流血流汗换来的，所以我感觉很感慨。
Active independence movements were held out in Harbin. Russian-style architectures are giving an exotic view. It's because a century ago, world powers fiercely fought one another in Harbin. Back then, 19 countries had their consulates here. This happened in 1903, after the Chinese Eastern Railway opened.
当时这个中东铁路嘛，也不是完全是为了帮助经济建设啊，它历史上呢也是为了它的这个扩大地盘。
In the past, railroad was a means of exploitation and invasion. Struggle for peace also happened on railroads. In 1909, former Prime Minister of Japan, Ito Hirobumi, arrived at the Harbin station for a meeting with Russia. And there were 6 gunshots. The shooter was caught on sight. It was the young Korean activist An Jung-gun. This incident greatly affected the Chinese people. Patriot An Jung-gun Memorial Hall is inside a building in Harbin Station. This incident exposed Japanese imperialism to the world and boosted Korea and China's anti-Japanese movement. The historical site is well preserved.
因为他们发动了侵华战争，中国人他安宗根击毙了伊藤博文，中国人非常高兴，那肯定很高兴的。
But Japan's invasion did not stop. In 1931, it occupied entire northeast China.
요나대 동북에 또 들어온 군대 숫자는 100만이 들어왔다. 100만. 그러고서 그 후에는 부대가 더 들어오면서 남방을 나갔단 말이야. 중국 남쪽으로 나갔죠.
Shuangcheng district is located between Changchun and Harbin. It was a strategic place for invading other cities, and many wealthy Japanese lived there.
물살이 풍부하거든. 물살 풍부하니까 먹을 근심이 없단 말이야. 그것도 쌍용풀은 이게 옛날부터 이게 그 중요한 군사 요도래요. 이 군사 요점 때문에 누구나 그 전에 일본에 들어오기 전에 조선 사람들도 그렇고 중국 사람들도 그렇고 일본 사람들도 그렇고 다 이 쌍용풀을 먼저 먹어야 된단 말이야. 네, 이거 점령하는 게 전만 동북 점령한 데는 이게 중요한 군사기지예요.
The Manchukuo Imperial Army, Japanese Army, Korean Independence Army, and the Chinese Volunteer Army were all stationed there.
조선 이영군도 일본을 하고 적수가 되고 또 중국의 이영군도 일본 사람하고 적수가 됐거든. 그러니까 그 합작해서 일본도 막는 파이죠.
In September 1932, the Korean and Chinese volunteer armies ambushed the Japanese army and won a victory. A historical site of the Korea-China alliance. It was the desire for peace that united Korea and China.
中韩两大民族都是日本侵略者的受害的民族，我们都是受害者，我们有共同的那种亡国灭族那种切肤之痛，我们有我们做亡国的那种苦难那种心理，所以我们共同并肩作战，感觉到就很容易走到一起。
A century ago, East Asia suffered from endless war because of world powers' imperialism. People who willingly sacrificed their lives. Korea and China pulled their strengths together. Today's peace is built on the fierce struggle of history.
이 지역에 새로운 형태의 경제 커뮤니티, 경제 공동체가 만들어질 겁니다.